Most Honorable Prime Minister Ibrahim, and brother Dato Seri, thank you for having the courage to come to Kajang and giving hope to the people of Kajang. My question is, actually I would like to summarize three colors. Number one, in my opinion, any point of solution by the government is not going to help because all are interim measures. Are you going to have any permanent measures to resolve the problems which are faced by the religious sectors? Number two, what is your hope if you are the Prime Minister? Are you still going to be race-based or are we going to be bangsa Malaysia? And number three, can you save Malaysia's biggest asset? That is diversity. Thank you.
Kita akan memberikan beberapa soalan Dato Seri Anwar akan memberikan rumusan secara sekaligus. Saudara tadi hanya satu soalan, ada A, B dan C diterima dan lagi 4 lagi persoalan ataupun kemungkinan daripada sahabat Sarawak.
Assalamualaikum dan juga salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Alhamdulillah kami mengucapkan terima kasih banyak telah bertemu dengan Dato Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Tapi itu memang orang yang sangat minat daripada Kajang. Oke, yang menjadi pertanyaan saya di sini, sebelumnya saya beritahu nama saya Tuhan Allah. Saya berasal dari Malaysia, tapi saya sudah duduk di sini 33 tahun. Ya, anak dulu bersama di sini. Saya seorang kristen. Di anak hari Dato, kita dari nenek moyang lagi sudah diajar kita tentang Tuhan Allah, ya. Tuhan Allah. Tapi akhir-akhir ini kami daripada gereja bahasa Malaysia khususnya, ya seolah-olah bukan disekat, tapi seolah-olah kami disekat untuk mengata atau memanggil nama Tuhan Allah ini. Jadi apa Dato kira-kira bagaimana cara kami memanggil Tuhan? Sedangkan selama ini dari moyang kami mengajar kami tentang Tuhan Allah. Tak mungkin kami mau bilang Tuhan Alinya.
Well, come July, I left publishing in this town for the last 62 years. The town grew at a little suburb, and now we want to think is now greater for local. I certainly agree with you that Kajang perhaps is now more than means level. My question to you, Seri Anwar, before that, I think it was hugely inspiring under the present climate and environment. With so much of uncertain tensions and religious case, you certainly brought about that kind of reform, and we certainly will move forward with that kind of reform. My question to you is, Seri, I think it evolves from this big question. Can you, today itself, give us an affirmative statement that Malaysia is a secular state, nothing more and nothing less, and in that midst, in that diversity, we have religious tolerance and religious accommodation. So can you, once and for all, make this affirmation? Are we or are we not?
Not some question, but I'm very sure that Dato Seri Anwar will be able to answer all. We have 2 more questions.
Selamat malam dari sini. Nama saya Menteri
dari gereja Katolik Holy Family Kajang di bawah pendirian Father George Harrison dari Kajang. Saya nak tanya satu dari sini sebelum saya mengumumkan soalan ini. Saya mohon maaf dengan Dato Seri kalau saya melanggar adat protokol dengan Dato Seri. Waktu Dato Seri jadi Perdana Menteri dan juga merangkap Menteri Keuangan, kenapa Dato Seri tak memperuntukkan satu peruntukan kepada umat Kristen di seluruh negara ini dan tidak mempunyai apa-apa bajet diberikan kepada kami? Itu dia soalan saya Dato Seri. Jikalau saya salah menggunakan protokol, saya mohon Dato Seri. Terima kasih Dato Seri.
Thank you. And I think the next question is from Mr. Tang. Thank you.
Chairman, I am Robert Tan. Question is directed straight to Dato Seri Anwar. Let me be more direct. Dato Seri, if you win the Kajang by-election, will you be the Menteri Besar? If you say yes, then I will say yes, I will vote for you. If you say no, I will say no, I won't vote for you. If you say you are not sure, then I am not sure who I will vote.
And last question.
Thank you for allowing me to reduce the invitation. Mr. Anwar, I have been a fan of yours for life. Every day I pray for your success. I will lead those ladies who are over 16 if I leave to God. My question is from Michael to Michael. I have been following the fate of the Tamil school students who are literally abandoned after they finish standard 5, standard 6. There is no secondary Tamil school and there is no future. Brother Anwar, I think you know what I'm saying. It's an uphill task, but the blessings of the entire Tamil community be on you if you initiate to start up Tamil secondary schools. Thank you.
So we take this as the last question. Please state your name and proceed with the question.
Good morning, Dato Seri. I am a thoroughbred resident of Kajang for the past 7 years. And I am very, very happy to see you in person today. I've only seen you in paper. I only got this invitation at about 11 o'clock this morning to come and see you. I made your tea, which you are drinking now. And I hope you sincerely like it. I speak on behalf of all the ladies here who are also wanting to know whether we will see an increase in this town of Kajang. We are a very holy set of people and we work with each other. I think we all love each other, irrespective of race and religion. And we want to really, really see see a difference, and we are betting on you. I am 70 years old. You can know my age now. And maybe, for the last many years or few years of my life, I love to see this town of Kajang in a better situation, and the people enjoy living here. Thank you, Dato Seri.
Semuanya dapat 763 soalan, 10 soalan.
Terima kasih. Saya akan jawab soalan bahasa Inggris atau bahasa Malaysia sebuah bahasa Inggris. You have suggested that we need to have permanent measures. That is why in our call for national consensus, we see both Baris and National Pakatan Bangsa and go back to the fundamentals, to constitutional guarantees, and interpret it wisely and in accordance with the spirit of the Constitution. I'm not suggesting anything new. I'm just saying don't hijack the Constitution. So I have, my engagement here and regionally, internationally with people of other faith, and particularly in Malaysia, you don't question Islam as a religion in the state. What you want is an assurance, a categorical assurance based on constitutional guarantees that having Islam as a religion of the state and promoting it, enhancing it, having an effective da'wah program should not, it's not a problem, it can be encouraged, but normally should the activities of the other religions be contained. That's the point, and I think this I need to state categorically is our position, and this must be a permanent feature in Malaysia. Now the second question is quite related. Do you then envision in Malaysia there is no place? In 2007, I crafted what was called then the Malaysian Economic Agenda. I, as a Malay leader, has proposed as the keadilan platform, of course, Pakatan Raya is not nothing new. In the name we talked about it, or with varying emphasis, that we craft a new need-based economic agenda to propel the economy, at the same time to express and show a lot of love, compassion and care to Malaysians, the poor, the marginalized, irrespective of race. And I have, in fact, been bold enough, although I was abused in Malaysia for no reasons, I have said it is time, therefore, in 2007, that we dismantle the new economic policy. Now, does it mean that we must go to the extent of not honoring our commitment in terms of the 153 provision, the special privileges of the Malays and the middle class? I say that would not be a problem for now as we stand. Don't Dr. Ismail, as you have said, that it should be seen and viewed as temporary. I'm not going to suggest that. I say what every single Malaysian needs. If you talk about poverty, it's poverty. If you talk about marginalization, it is marginalization. If you have, for example, this country with enormous wealth, there's nothing stopping us from assisting every single Malay or Dayak or Kadazan or Indian or Chinese, and we have also, let us do it in a transparent manner. And I think our policy is quite, we made it very clear, abundantly clear, and I think this is why I remember that Dr. mentioned to me that what attracted him to Kajang was when he read that Malaysian economic agenda, and I thank him for that. Now you said also that our greatest asset is true. Our greatest asset is not only diversity, but our strength in our differences. Where the world can go, and you have, for example, people with such major language competence that you can interact with any part of the world with confidence. Probably less so in Spanish or French, but English, Tamil, Chinese, we are very comfortable. And we take this diversity as a source of strength, it becomes a strength. But you talk to semi-literates, then they are fearful. Why are you too smart in Tamil? It is the problem. Why are you too smart in Chinese? I mean, we have Malaysians have Chinese origin or other. We have such proficiency, competency, Chinese. It helps us because this is a very important international language other than English. Why this fear? This fear is because of either ignorance or prejudice. That's why I consider diversity as a source of strength. After all, we have unity in diversity. In Indonesia, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. I mean, differences is a source of strength. But now, what we hear from these people happy is that the differences is a sign of weakness. So that's why we must have the courage to teach them a good lesson by making sure that our voices are heard. Either in elections or in gatherings, we just make sure you can shout as much as you like, because you seem to have power or media, but you should understand that the vast majority of the people reject this racism and religious bigotry. Nah, soalan mengenai isu Allah, orang berasal di Indonesia, dia bukan asal. Orang berasal dari Arab, bukan asal. Saya tanya tokoh-tokoh ulama besar dunia, saya pernah tanya termasuk seorang tokoh yang merupakan ketua Majlis Ulama Islam Sedunia, Syekh Dato Seri Anwar. Saya tanya dia, bagaimana pendirian Syekh tentang isu Allah? Dia ke saya, dia kata, apa lah? Ditanya soalan macam ni, dia anggap soalan itu soalan tak pintar. Saya kira bukan soalan saya, soalan langsung. Baik, dia jawab. Ini saya nak sebut. Saya tak mahu nanti, kita tahu kita ada pendirian kerajaan dalam bidang ini dan maju agama sebagainya. Saya nak sebut apa yang dia jawab. Dia jawab pertama, kita salat 5 kali satu hari. Dan ayat dalam surah Fatihah yang pertama kita baca, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Praise be to Allah, Lord of the heavens and the earth. Plural alam. So kalau Lord, Allah is the Lord, Tuhan bagi sekalian alam. Bagaimana kita nak kata, no, we should change. Allah Rabbil Muslimin. So they kata that is clear in the Quranic dimension. And then the next question, what is the name of our prophet of Isa, Jesus? When I say Jesus, I just don't end it. I say Isa alayhi salam. We only continue with the prayer. Peace be upon him. So always, that is the amount of respect that we have for prophet. Now, when we mention Muhammad, who Muhammad is the son of? Muhammad is the son of Abdullah. Now, before he became a prophet, the father's name was Abdullah, servant of Allah. Now, this is after Islam, not before. So, how do you then come up with such a decision? Now, let me share with you so that you understand the context. Many Muslims feel that this is an attempt by some people in the church to confuse Muslims and proselytize. They have their God, they are confused by using the word Allah. And they extend it. Masjid itu tak boleh. So, kawan saya duduk dalam masjid India. Technically, law says you can't use masjid in India. Jalan mosque in India. So there are some not only restrictions, but apparently a problem with that piece of legislation. Tapi soalnya, ini penting. Kerajaan kata orang seperti Anwar, pimpinan PAS dan keadilan ini tunduk kepada DAP atau gereja Kristen. Sebab itu dia terima perubahan. Saya tidak. Saya terima permintaan Kristen. Tapi urusan kita yang saya faham, Quran mana ni bolehkah? Oh, dia kata UMNO saja pertahankan Allah. Kami ini adalah Tuhan Allah dan menang yang kaya. Tapi tidak benar. Sebab kerajaan sendiri buat keputusan apa? Kalau betul ini soal faith, soal dia interpretation, tafsirannya tentang apa yang benar di agama, maka dia tak betul langsung. Tapi Sabah Sarawak boleh. Allah boleh digunakan Sabah Sarawak, tak boleh digunakan Senadi. Jadi bila baru dia naik pesawat daripada Kuching, bagaimana bagaimana Kuala Lumpur, insyaAllah. Bila sampai ke Kuala Lumpur, dia tak boleh kata Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Jadi saya baik, kalau kita beda pendapat sekarang, saya tak mau hukum. Jangan hukum kami. Kami tak mau hukum, ini adalah tafsiran kerana concern. Nah, kalau benar ada kebimbangan di dalam umat Islam tentang bahaya tentang da'iyah, proselytization di dalam umat Islam, kita ada undang. Jangan ada Bible budak lain di kampung. Ada peraturan. Dan gunding dengan bishop dan pepadi-padi berundang supaya harmoni hubungan. Tapi jangan kita buat tindakan yang keras. Ini yang saya fikir dia saya cukup jelas dan saya tahu kemudian ini menyebabkan sokongan kami di dalam beberapa kampung muslim terakhir jatuh kerana kita diberitahu Anwar dulu betul dia Islam dia habis sekarang dia untuk nak jadi Perdana Menteri dari luar lagi Allah dari luar. Jadi orang saya pergi banyak kampung-kampung di Surau, dia tanya, saya jawab tak benar. Saya pergi majlis raya Cina, saya tak jawab, saya tak akan lagi. Saya solat. Jadi saya tidak bukan langsung saya keluar dalam saya biru, saya tak minum. Tapi dulu dibandingkan sama yang orang minum. Tapi tempat lain orang minum kita minum. Tapi yang saya cerita iaitu kita bukan langsung saya ingin tidakkan agama. Itu punya faith kita jaga. Ini saya nak jelaskan ya. Kemudian Brian Pereira Kajang satu ialah pembangunan Kajang tentu kita bagi perhatian. Ya, sekarang ini bukannya fokus Selangor Kajang, fokus nasional Kajang. Semalam 2 hari yang lalu fokus internasional dalam keluar dalam acara BBC Kajang. The opposition leader now has decided to enter the fray that shocked friends and foes alike by entering the Kajang. So now Kajang international news. Jadi terima kasih akan saya. Kalau macam ini kita tengok Kuala Lumpur dibangunkan, kerajaan dibangunkan, Kajang tersebut memang masalah infrastruktur, prasarana, perumahan, trafik, ini masalah yang mesti diberikan. Selain kita pagi, longgang, sebab kita tahu kampung ini dulu acting Prime Minister. Kampung dia anu, dia kata balik. Saya kata tugas. Ya, ada masa saya kata jadi adu juga balik itu bagus lah. Banding saya di lokap di penjara Sungai Buloh. So I tried and tested all. I've been acting Prime Minister, the highest in the land. I've gone the lowest, the lock-up police. So I'm okay. What have I learned? You're wiser. You read more. You understand what is humanity, what is justice. Okay, your back is softer, dipukul setengah mati. But you realize, ramai orang lain pun kena pukul. Ada yang mati pun. Maknanya, tak boleh kita tolak manusia. Soal hak asasi, kebebasan, human rights, freedom, dan justice of every single Malaysian. That I have learned. Now, soal secular state as opposed to Islamic state, saya sebenarnya dah ungkapkan perkara ini banyak kali. Kita kena tahu, bila kita sebut secularism itu dari konteks mana. Now, kalau di France, they will not like state, complete break between the church and the state. Kalau you support secularism in the United States, you still have this strong Christian religious sentiment expressed, particularly by the Republicans and also by the Democrats. Now, secularism in its historical antecedents in Europe is in opposition to the Roman religion. That is why many Catholic scholars have reminded us not to promote secularism to the extreme. So what is my position? I avoided using either Islamic state or secularism, and I appeal to people to look at the constitutional guarantees. So they say, what do you want? If I say I'm secular, they say, are you against religion? I say, no. Are you against? No, I'm not against religion. I believe the relevance of religion and ethics in governance, in the combating corruption, being fair. That's what I mean. Do you want use religion to compare people? No. Okay, now. So what's your position? Constitutional guarantees. We have freedom of faith, freedom of expression, rule of law, justice. These are things enshrined in the Constitution, and we can all agree on it. Now, using terminology like this, I know I'm going to see, but past sometimes talk about Islamic, more Islamic, and the EV talks it's secular. So, what I do, I see both. All the three parties agree on fundamental principles, guarantees in the Constitution. What do you want after all? Whether you call it secularism or not, it does not matter to me. What do you want? You must have a country that honors its commitment and protect every single citizen based on the fundamental principles of guarantees in the Constitution. You don't have a problem. Faith, freedom of faith must be guaranteed. Freedom of expression must be there. Not only the voice of the free. You must allow for freedom of expression. Then, of course, all the other principles. I hope I made it quite clear. Now, masa saya di PM, tak ada peruntukan khas. Sebenarnya tidak benar. Ada peruntukan bersemua agama. Bagi saya misalnya, Anwar sebagai DPM, Anwar dalam kerangka UMNO, bukan Anwar parti sendiri lah. Bos saya itu Dr. Mahathir dan parti saya masih itu UMNO. Sekarang saya lawan UMNO. Dasar kita lain. Cuma kalau kata tidak ada bantu tak benar. Sebab saya sendiri pernah luluskan untuk bagaimana yang dibuat bawah consolidated fund untuk pengembangan. Cuma sekarang ini pandangan kita ialah harus ada more transparent sort of policy